Welcome back to the channel. My name is a-bomb. Welcome back to Football Manager 2021 and Eastern Resurgence 2 with Steaua Bucharest. Today we start our Champions League group stage campaign and we've got a really tough group where we drew Barcelona and Liverpool, and we also drew Hoffenheim, who we'll be facing a bit later on today. But first of all, we have our first group game and we host the multiple Champions League winners, Liverpool. We'll have both Liverpool and Hoffenheim in today's matches. Also a few league games that we'll go through in a little bit. But today we start our Champions League group campaign and we're going to see if we can stay in Europe after it's all said and done. We need to get some points from Hoffenheim and we need to try and finish third, because there's no way we're finishing higher than Barcelona or Liverpool. There's no way in hell. And if you're enjoying this series, drop a like down below and leave comments. They're the best ways to support the channel. And if you haven't done so already, or if you're new, then do subscribe and turn on notifications. I'm looking forward to this, but at the same time, I'm pretty scared. So last episode, we avoided defeat in Croatia as we drew 2-2 against Dinamo Zagreb. That was after a 3-0 win at home in the first leg. So that sent us through to the group stages, and we've been given a very tough group. Played a couple of matches off camera, the first of which was a frustrating goalless draw away against Polytechnic Iași. Lukic with the best chance of the game after about 64 minutes. Farah made the save. Just frustrating there that we couldn't score. We defended well and didn't really allow Iași to have too much, but we just couldn't put the ball in the net, unfortunately. Then we took on UTA Arad at home. We scored on 36.5 minutes, and it was Pavelka with his 10th goal of the season, giving us a 1-0 lead. Martina with the assist there. Then we got a straight red card, George Yon, for this challenge, in which he looked like he won the ball. But it's a straight red card with 4 minutes to go in the first half. But despite the 10 men, we did manage to double our lead with a goal less than 4 minutes into the second half. Poloni with the ball up to Martina, who catches it on the volley to make it 2-0. The visitors did get a consolation goal in the 3rd minute of stoppage time to deny us a clean sheet. Dorofte with the ball up to Zhdanov, who finished past Eduard Jonica to get a consolation for UTA Arad. So we are still unbeaten as our Hermannstadt. Vitero and Craiova are ahead of us, but they have lost their first matches, but they both have 6 wins out of 7. Little bit of transfer news. I say a little bit. We've lost another player, and it's Catalin Liga. He's gone. FC Porto triggered his release clause. £3.9 million, I think it was. Yeah, 3.9 million. He hadn't so long signed a new contract, but the problem is that the agents keep limiting these release clauses, so we can't really sell them for any more than, I say in this case, £3.9 million, because the agent literally won't let you put it any higher. Some of the contracts that we've managed to renew, we've managed to put it up a lot higher, but I say Nigar, it was limited. Our 2 goalkeepers, they were limited release clauses, and the same with like Lukic as well. His is limited at like just under 5 million. So it's going to be a problem keeping our best players, and especially good young players. Nigar and Craiu and Eriz are all fantastic young players that we've had to sell because release clauses have been met. We couldn't renew his contract because he knew that Porto were interested. So that necessitated a move for a new striker. First of all, I'll show you some more youth signings we've made. This is Michal Palkner, who is a Czech centre-back who can play as a defensive midfielder. He's coming from Sparta Prague, £51,000 compensation fee, very cheap. Another Czech player, this is Peter Hrdlicka. I'm guessing that's how you say it. He's a 17-year-old goalkeeper we've brought from Banik Ostrava. £47,000. Again, these are very cheap deals. And it's another young, promising goalkeeper that we might be able to make use of in the future. We're raiding the Czech Republic at the moment. Here's another Czech player we've signed. This is Lukas Kaufmann, who is a left-back that we've signed from Jablonec. £50,000. This is Peter Yezek, who is another Czech player who is a right winger. He's gone on loan to Gazmetan Mediash, and he's cost us £55,000 once again from Sparta Prague. So we've had a bit of a raid of Czechia recently, and this guy's pretty quick as well. And then the striker that we brought in, we've gone to Argentina for him. This is Alexis Luchan, who is a 20-year-old striker that we've signed from Boca Juniors for £2 million. Played 1 appearance so far from the bench, but he's definitely going to start some games if Lukic has a bit of an off day. His finishing is not too bad. He's got very good heading. He's got great technique, and he's very strong, and the anticipation is good as well. And he can play as a complete forward, which we might try. We've been playing advanced forward like all series with our strikers, with Ismail and with Lukic and with Nigar as well. Complete forward might be the way to go. We'll have to wait and see, because that means that he can hopefully win stuff in the air as well. And, you know, time to time with Nigar up front, we've gone with those early crosses rather than working the ball into the box, and they worked really well. So a complete forward might be something to look at. And with that said, let's jump into the Liverpool game then. Barcelona take on Hoffenheim at Camp Nou. We're hosting Liverpool. Now, at the start of this series, I didn't have the Premier League loaded, and I did load it I think it was a couple of seasons ago, so that you do get fixture results there now. Jurgen Klopp is still in charge. Alexander-Arnold is still there and he's captain. Alisson Becker's still there. That's the only players I can see that stayed, but they've got some very good players in their team as well. Declan Rice in midfield. Jadon Sancho's here. Upamecano. Lautaro Martinez. James Maddison, who is he on loan or is he out on loan? He's on loan at Roma. Ethan Ampadu's here as well. So, yeah, Liverpool have a very, very good side. They won the Champions League in 2028 and they won it in 2021 as well. So how do we approach this? This is a free hit. So I'm going to play the normal system we play, positive style, and we're just going to try and give the game to them and hope for the best. Luchan's not registered for this. Is it too late to register him? Yes, it is. So we can't play him in the Champions League. That's not good. That leaves Lukic as our only available striker. Unless we go to Faruk Dursun, who's our young Turkish striker, who is not ready for Champions League football. So what are the alternatives for centre forward then? Pavelka could play as a centre forward apparently. That might be worth looking at. His finishing's not too bad. So Pavelka could cover at centre forward. I think Anis Ura can as well. But Lukic is going to start up front. Unfortunately, we couldn't register Luchan. Zivanovic is back in goal. He's returned from injury, so he's back playing. We're going to stick with Zubelay. Costanza is back from his injury, but he's nowhere near match fit. So I might have to get in some reserve games to try and get that back. We will put Basiste back in for Manalake. George on the start at left back. Poloni's not done too badly, so I'm going to keep him in. And I think the rest of this we will keep as is. We'll go advanced playmaker support for Din. Negoska and Pavelka are in good form, so they'll stay where they are. We're putting Goran onto the bench. I think we just go with no striker on the bench. Ura can play up front, Pavelka can. I think we just don't put a recognised striker on the bench because we don't really have one. Well, Alisson is on the bench. Alisson and Alexander-Arnold are on the bench. And like I said, this is just a free hit. We've got nothing to lose here. Let's just hope that we can maybe get something. But if we lose, we lose. I'm not expecting anything from this game. Let's just have fun. I don't even think I added any opposition instructions, so that's not good. Let's see what system Liverpool are playing then. I imagine it's going to be a 4-3-3 or a 4-2-3-1. It is a 4-2-3-1. Jadon Sancho starting. They've got Tongia there as well, who's a real player, and Mendes at left back as well as a real player. No pressure. That's what I'm going to say. Let's see how this goes. If we win this match, I'm going to be so happy, but this is my team we're playing against. I support Liverpool, so it's a little bit bittersweet, but obviously, I want to win matches. That's a terrible pass, and we've given the ball away. And here is Tongia, and this might be a chance for Liverpool to open us up inside 2 minutes. Let's see what happens. It's Tongia still with the ball. He goes out to Antonio, and Jon has not really dealt with it. Get the ball away. Oh, okay. Yep, 2 minutes in, we are 1-0 down. Luciano Antonio with the goal. And this might be the start of an uncomfortable evening, but let's see. We just couldn't get the ball away here. We just could not get the ball away. Jon with the header out, but it went straight back to Antonio. Georgian went for the tackle. It didn't come off. And eventually, Zivanovic has not really got down to that, and Antonio's given them lead. And we have a highlight 2 minutes on the clock. Let's get off positive and let's go to balance, because I feel like Liverpool are going to have lots of possession in this match. Here's Carry On. And that was not a good ball, but Mateus Jose has managed to get the ball back. Here's Lucev to Carry On. And Jadon Sancho, just Sancho couldn't get the effort away. Tongia did. Zivanovic did save that one. Here's Jose. And a switch for Antonio. Lots of space. Zubelay, I think, is committed a bit too far forward. And Lucev has pretty much an open goal to go for there. And we're 2-0 down with 16 minutes on the clock. But like I said, this is a free hit. I'm not expecting anything from this match. If we get any points against Liverpool or Barcelona, I'll be happy. I'm expecting us to get 0 points from Liverpool or Barcelona here. But the fact we haven't... I was going to say we haven't had a shot. We have now. We're going to have to go counter-attacking here, aren't we? Let's put the early crosses on and let's just try and counter-attack. We need to do that. It's another free kick for Carry On, and this time Tapia with the header wide. We've got to half time though. We haven't really looked like scoring, but we've been on the back foot like all game pretty much. I'm going to again go for the no pressure. Hopefully that works, and do it in the shouts as well. There's no pressure on these guys. Let's just hope for the best here. We are actually having a bit more of the ball now. We're actually edging it in possession. Let's try and go a bit more direct. Like this, we don't often face teams like this, so we need to try and work out what we need to do against teams that we are much better than. I think we have to regroup if we lose possession. Let's drop that defensive line as well. Okay, 64 minutes. Cosmin Din just really hasn't had anything to do today. I think we might have to do something like this. Let's bring on Nedalea. I think we might have to play a bit more defensive in a game like this. If we have Poloni, yeah, maybe as that defensive midfielder, just sitting behind Martina and Nedalea, I think we're going to have to do that. We made one change. Do we make another one? I've not taken off Lukic because we don't have another striker. We'll just make the one change for now, and let's just see what we can get in this game. I think there was an element of tiredness as well. Like, we haven't long played a match. The UTR game was like 3 days ago. That's a good tackle by Lukic, though. And he's brought down. That's going to be a card for Yanu, maybe. Oh, it's a red. It's a straight red card. Okay. Maybe there's a chance here. I'm going to go attacking. I'm going for it. If we concede a third goal, so be it. Let's put Pavelka up top alongside Lukic. We'll have him as deep line forward on support. That's fine. Let's get off Negoiscu and let's bring on Mahaxi. Let's go for a fire up. Try and get a goal from these guys. That would be nice. They've got a corner though. Here's Trent Alexander-Arnold, who has come on. And it's a header into the goal. And it's Jamal Musiala who gets a third for Liverpool with about 8 minutes left of the 90. All right, back to balance we go. Cautious. We'll go cautious. We're 3-0 down. We don't want a fourth conceded. 4-0 defeat's pretty hefty no matter who you're against. And it's a header by Musiala there. We haven't dealt with a set piece. And it's another free kick. But George on with a header away. And here's Lukic. A consolation goal would be nice. Let's see what happens here. Filip Lukic going all by himself here. He could set up Pavelka. He does. And he can't even get it on target. Deary me. And at full time it's ended Steaua 0, Liverpool 3. We were always going to be up against it, weren't we? Like, I would have liked a bit more effort. But, oh, okay. That's not a good team talk. How do I save this? Do we just say unlucky? I'm going to go unlucky. There's a few demotivated players out there. We did just lose 3-0 at home. That wasn't great, but what more would you expect from that? I mean, Barcelona won by 4 against Hoffenheim, so that makes me a bit happier. They won 4-0 at home against Hoffenheim. They've got Haaland. We're away against Hoffenheim. That's a game where really we need to avoid defeat if we want a chance of staying in Europe, because we don't want to finish 4th. I don't want this European campaign ended by Christmas. I want to stay in Europe for a Europa League knockout stage. So I'm hoping we can finish 3rd, but that does mean we're going to have to beat Hoffenheim at home and hopefully avoid defeat in Germany. But before that, we do have a game away against Botoshani, so if there's any goals from that, I'll show them to you. Well, the Botoshani match didn't go too badly at all. Lukic with a goal on 30 seconds to make it 1-0. After being under the cosh for a little bit, we did manage to double the lead with 3 minutes to go in the first half. Gabriel Toma with the assist and Lukic getting the second goal, finishing at the far post, and a nice finish that was as well. And then how about this for a ball forward? In the 2nd minute of stoppage time, a long ball by Anis Saoura finds Filip Lukic ahead of the defensive line. He completes his hat-trick in the first half to make it 3-0, and that's all she wrote. Same number of shots, we were just far more clinical than Weiro, and Lukic got a first half hat-trick, and we wrapped up the game by half-time. Well, Liverpool managed a 3-1 win at home against the 10 men of Barcelona, so they will go on to 6 points, Barcelona on to 3. Meanwhile, we visit Hoffenheim in Germany. Let's see what we can do here. Costanza did play the last match to get some fitness back, but Zubile has recently got about a food poisoning, so he's going to miss out today. So we'll put Mitrev onto the bench to have ourselves an option at right back. Martina will go back into midfield. Gabriel Toma has got a bit of a knock, but he should be fit to play. Baptista's back in at centre back. He missed the game against Botoshani. I think we'll start unbalanced just to see how the game pans out. Now, we have beaten Hoffenheim before. We faced them in the semi-finals of the Europa Conference League a couple of seasons ago, and we beat them in both legs and won 7-3 on aggregate to send us through to a final. That was a couple of years ago, though. Things may have changed since then. I don't recognise any of the Hoffenheim side, apart from Federico Di Marco, who I think I signed a number of years ago. But other than that, I don't recognise anyone. But this is the sort of game where I think we need to avoid defeat if we want a chance at staying in Europe. Because we need to beat them at home, and I feel like this one we can't really afford to lose. If we lose 2 in a row, that's putting ourselves in a really tough position. So here, let's see if we can avoid defeat. Hoffenheim have a throw in a good position here. We're about 20 minutes in, coming up to 20 minutes. Here's Hernandez. Aura goes for the tackle but doesn't win it. I should have really put Pavelka back on. And Vogel, oh, that's going to go down as a lone goal. Yeah, it's one of those that happens from time to time. The keeper will save it onto the post and it'll bounce back in off him. We've been very unlucky there. And we're 1-0 down with 20 minutes played. Aura went down for the tackle, but couldn't win the possession. And then Vogel with the header. And it's hit the post and gone in off the back of Ivanovic. That's just unlucky. And he's been given a 6.3 for that. I feel like that's unlucky. And Hoffenheim on the attack again here. But Toma manages to win the ball. And here's Filip Lukic. Can he get himself a goal after his hat-trick against Botasani? He's cut inside the defender. And he's shot it straight at the goalkeeper. And it's cleared by DeMarco. But a good chance there for us. We don't deserve to be behind, really. I mean, you might say that we do. But not in the way that we did. But we haven't been terrible. I'm going to make the change at half-time and bring on Pavelka because I should have started him and I didn't. Let's go for a fire-up as we go into the second half. And let's see if we can get back into this game. We need a goal. We definitely need a goal. Hoffenheim with a free kick with a Geiger. And a header towards goal. And it's Chris Richards makes it 2-0 to Hoffenheim. This is looking bleak. This is a game where I really don't think we can afford to lose too heavily. So we don't really want to be conceding any more goals. We need to try and get back into this game because otherwise head-to-head is not looking too good. Hoffenheim lost 4-0 to Barcelona. But if they win both matches against us, or if they win this against us by a lot, then that's not going to look good. Here's Filip Lukic. Again, he's got a lot of work to do and a lot of blue shirts to beat. He's going to need some help. He's gone back to Sergen Goran. Here's Martina and Goran with it back again here. It's Negoescu. That's a great ball for Pavelka. Can we get back into the game? He's missed. That's 2 good chances Pavelka's had in these European games. And it's just not falling right at the moment. Going to make some changes. Nederlei has not done well in midfield. So we're going to bring on Jacopo Poloni. 72 minutes. Negoescu. He's managed to hold on to the ball here. It's Martina. It's Ngoran. He can hit them. Oh, and he's gone straight at the defender. We just can't find the net at the moment. We've got 3 against Botasani, but these European games just aren't going well for us. Here's Hernandez. Samaseku. He's gone up looking for someone. And Goran won the header. Here's Pavelka. Okay, he's making the run. It's blocked by Richards. Poloni wins it back. Pavelka again. Toma to Poloni. And Goran. This is good. That's even better. Lukic finally finds the net. And it is 2-1. We've got about 18 minutes to go in the second half. Toma's very tired. We're going to make that last change. And it's going to be Kosmindin that comes on. And we're going to give him a bit of a pep talk as he goes on. Let's see what he can do. He's looking inspired and motivated. That's nice. Do we go very attacking and go for the equalising goal now? Or do we leave it on normal attacking? I think we leave it as it is. And Goran did well there. Lukic, great finish. And we've got a goal back. I'm going very attacking. We're going to go for it. 89 minutes. We've kind of run out of time here. We got the goal back. I mean, it's disappointing we couldn't score more than we have. I feel like we maybe could have got another goal. But there might still be time. There is a highlight. We've got 4 minutes of stoppage time to get through, though. It's DeMarco with the throw for Hoffenheim. It's a Tanga. And he's going to beat the number 22 here and maybe go all the way for goal. He does, and it's not a good finish. Okay, we've got 4 minutes to try and find an equalising goal here and come from 2-0 down to save a point. It's Ngoran. He's not done well there and he's given it away. And here's Hernandez. He's got plenty of blue shirts to go for. Instead, he shoots straight at Ivanovic. Okay, try again. Right, he's rolled it short to Alili, who's gone long. Fine. Oh, looks for Kosmindin, but doesn't win it. Alili's going to try again maybe here. We could go direct. Din to Pavelka. Poloni. Lukic to Martina. He can hit them. Can he set someone up maybe? He's still got it. Was that a shot? I don't know what that was. That didn't feel like a shot to me. It didn't feel powerful enough. And that might be the last highlight of the game. That it is. We've lost 2-1. I think that's a shame. Pavelka hasn't done well. He came on at half-time and was pretty poor. Ivanovic was very unlucky to have the own goal. I feel like we deserved the point from it. You know, the own goal was unlucky. I felt like we deserved the point from that. So we are currently sitting on 0 points. We're going to have to beat Hoffenheim at home. We're going to have to beat them at home. And probably by 2 as well. We need to better that head-to-head. So we're going to have to beat them at home. Again, Liverpool and Barcelona are free hits. And if we get points against them, that would be amazing. But I'm expecting us to lose those games. Hoffenheim at home, we have to beat them now. But against Liverpool, you know, we were big underdogs. I don't think we're expecting anything from that. Hoffenheim, you know, we've beaten them before. I feel like we've been a bit unlucky there. We just edged it in XG, although they did have a bit more possession. Maybe just a bit better with the chances. They might have improved their side more than we have in the past 2 years, so who knows. But yeah, it felt like a very even game. I think we've been unlucky to lose that one, especially conceding the own goal. So we will have both FCSB and Barcelona in Wednesday's game. We'll have ourselves a Bucharest derby and see if we can continue our unbeaten run in the league. We actually haven't lost in 22 league games. We're on a really, really good unbeaten run, which stretched back to, some way through last season. When was the last time we lost a league game? Last league game we lost was back in March against Craiova. So that is almost 7 months that we haven't lost a league game. 22 unbeaten, that is. So next episode we'll take on FCSB and Barcelona at home. And then the video after that on Thursday, we'll have the double live com. We're going to go to Camp Nou and then we're going to go to Anfield for 2 away games. And we're going to get absolutely trounced. And then Friday, maybe Saturday, we'll have the must-win game at home against Hoffenheim in the Champions League. That game we absolutely have to win. If we want to stay in Europe, we're going to have to win that game. But anyway, that's going to do it for today's video. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed it, drop a like down below and leave comments. They're the best ways to support the channel. And if you haven't done so already, or if you're new, then do subscribe and turn on notifications. And next time, we're going to host Barcelona. We're going to replay that European final back in 1986. No penalties, of course, because it's a group game. But can we install or instill, I don't even know what the word is, grammar, vocab, I don't know. Can we call upon the spirit of Helmut Dukadam to help us beat Barcelona? That's what I was trying to say. I mean, a point would be amazing, but really, I don't think we're going to get anything from it. The Hoffenheim game is the one that we need to win, and hopefully we can stay unbeaten in the league. But next time, FCSB and Barcelona. But for now, thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon. Goodbye.